all of you know that the body is moving, right? The body is moving even though it is a matter. The body is made up of matter, earth, water, fire, air, ether. This is our gross body is made up of this. And right? No. Our subtle body is made up of mind, intelligence, and ego. So the gross body is made up of also matter, which is earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And the subtle body is also made up of mind, intelligence, and ego. If you take a stone, the stone is also made up of some earth, a combination of this Panchabhutas, right? The five elements, material elements. Now, but the stone doesn't move on its own, but our hands and legs do. So, how is it possible? What is the reason that our hands and legs are moving? Whereas, where there is a stone or some non living things, you don't see them table automatically moving. But when you see your hand, it's going up and down, your leg is walking, your hand is doing various actions like this. Many bodies are that, and all the bodies are made up of matter. So, what do you think is the primary reason? I want you to give a very, very short answer. I don't want a big lecture. Just one line, one liner, all of you frame within your mind. And let's start with Navaneet Prabhu. How is that matter moving? Matter generally doesn't move, right? What is the reason the matter is moving? Very simple question, straightforward answer. There is nothing complex in this. Okay, you people are ready or sleeping or what? Yeah.
Mataji ready.
Tell me quickly, one line word, one sentence or one line, one word. Quick. All of us know this. Do that. Yes,
Matter
Navani.
matter is moving because we are acting on it.
We are acting on it.
Yes.
Okay. Fine.
Otherwise,
Next.
it is. Yeah.
Next, Jayalakshmi.
Mataji, in matter, we are moving because we have brain signals and we move. Intelligence is that. But whereas stone, and there is no intelligence and there is no brain that signals to the movement of the body. There is no soul also there.
Okay. You say that intelligence and the soul are the reason. Okay. Next. Anybody? Akarshak?
We, by a soul consciousness, we all our body parts and even mind, intelligence, ego, all activated. So
Okay.
that's why we are moving.
Soul is that. The soul is the main reason. The mind and all the parts of the body are moving. Okay. Next. Sailesh.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, actually, I didn't understand the question exactly, Mataji. I'm still a bit confused.
Our body is made up of matter, right?
Yes, Mataji.
You have bones, you have blood,
Yes.
and you have nerves. All these are made up of matter. Means earth, water, fire, air, ether. Like blood is made up of water with little earth. So and the more earth is there in the bones. And we have gas, pana, apana, udana, like that. We have gas in our body, right?
Okay.
That is air. We breathe, right? So, and then we have Agni, we have temperature. So we have Agni. So this is the five elements which make our gross body. Okay. And that's all material elements. The same elements of the world is made up of, like the table, the chair, the non-living thing, and our body has the same constituent, but in different proportions. Okay.
Okay.
So the five elements, and the subtle body also made up of mind, intelligence, and ego. The mind is also material, intelligence, and ego. All these are material. Okay. We are spirit, soul. We are living within this. This is second chapter. You have not done it properly. Okay. So the body is made up of matter, but generally the gross matter doesn't move. Generally, on its own, it doesn't make a decision or to talk, whatever. So all the activities are happening. Even the body, body is able to move, even though it is made up of matter. Generally, matter is not jada. Jada generally doesn't have individual capacity to operate. but we are able to operate. The hands and legs are getting operated. So I am asking, what is the reason? What is the how it is possible? Hmm. You come back last. I'll go back to somebody else, and you come back. Jagannath Prabhu. Yes.
Okay, Mataji.
Means we as jivas are present inside this body. That's why the body is moving.
Hmm.
Because when the jiva leaves this body, even though this body is having that potential to move, it doesn't move.
Hmm. Very good. Okay. So you next, who else is left? Sumedha.
Hare Krishna Manji. Manji, because of the soul and the symptom of soul is consciousness.
Hmm. Very good.
Because of that.
Hmm. The soul is there and the body is known by the consciousness or this movements and everything, like a mosquito. When it is entering, you know that, okay, there are so many items in the room, but you're not conscious. But when a mosquito enters, you're conscious. Because that living entity is very conscious, it's very active. Okay. Okay. Abhiram. Abhiram Mangal Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I joined late.
Yes.
Actually, I was in call with
Okay, no
company.
issues. You wait for 2 minutes, then you answer. I asked a simple question. The body is made up of matter, and the matter doesn't act on its own, but our bodily parts are all made up of matter, but still it is moving. How? What is the reason? How? That's what the question. Okay, Sailesh, now you got it. Can you tell me, Sailesh?
Mataji,
Have to do some homework on second chapter. How did you pass the class test? The test was there. I think I should have a tougher test for you. Now module test is coming. We need to have a real tough test. Okay. Abhiram, would you like to answer that?
Mataji, so same thing which Sumedha Mataji told, like the symptom of soul is
Mm.
consciousness. So when soul is present in the body, that consciousness is throughout all the body.
Mm.
So that way, in that manner, the body acts like is not dull, means not acting like a dull object, dull material.
Mm.
It has the consciousness, and
Yes,
have
yes,
heard
that is
in
enough. That is enough.
yeah.
So the overall idea is, so this is the basics, okay? This is the basic which we learn in second chapter. That there are three things, okay? We are the spirit soul. Then we are covered with a subtle body like a shirt, and there is a gross body like a coat, okay? And because the soul is spiritual, the spiritual is full of life, jiva. So you just understand jiva and jada. Okay, this material world is Jada Prakriti or Jada, the world of matter, world of destruction, world of non-permanency, temporary world. But there is a permanent world of spiritual world. But the spirit soul belong to the spiritual world is coming here, and then there is life, right? But this is the basics. Whatever you have learned is basic, okay? But in the same second chapter, we had one more topic of Hrishikesha, Rishika Isha. What does that mean? Rishika Isha means, Hrishi means the senses and the mind, and whatever is the constituent of the body, both the subtle and gross body, all the senses put together, 8 senses put together, Rishi, it's called. Ka Isha is the Supreme Lord, is the Ishvara of this. Later, when we go to later chapters, also we'll see that the field and the field of activities, we'll see that the Lord is as Paramatma. He is Paramatma directly and indirectly. Okay, he is the owner also of all the senses. He is the owner of Jada. So we had a triangle. If you remember, I had drawn one triangle diagram in which I had put the Supreme Personality of Godhead on top, and then on the left you had the Jada Prakriti or Maya or material world. On the left, I had put the Jiva. There are conditioned soul, liberated soul. We saw that. So both the Jada Prakriti or the material and the Jiva are under the control of the Supreme Lord. Okay, the Jada doesn't operate on the command of Jiva. See, try to understand this concept. I'm taking you one level higher. You were all been elementary students and again and hearing because the soul is there within the body, the soul is there within the body, so the body is. No. For example, I ask a question now. Now you'll start thinking. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question. Think nicely. The soul is there within the body, so the bodily limbs act. Fine. Now, for a person who has undergone coma or paralysis, he has undergone paralysis, his hands and legs doesn't work or something like that, bedridden, sometimes they say. But the soul is still there. The soul is still there. And the hand is there. The leg is there. Like Jayalakshmi said, the brain, maybe the brain is not sending the signal, but who is making the brain work? Jayalakshmi should not never think that the signal comes from the brain. The brain is also made up of matter. Have you seen the picture of brain in the school you would have drawn? This is how the brain is, like that in your record book. But that's also made up of earth, water, fire, or ether. So brain is also not individually capable. Okay, the soul is the one which is deciding. It's made of life. It is true. So the elementary lesson which you learn is, but you have to go through the second chapter again, okay, where you will understand how Arjuna's senses are controlled again and again, or first chapter, I think. In Rishikesha, the word is the name of given to Krishna, the reason why it is given. So the Supreme Lord, the Jiva, is the marginal energy, and the Jada is the external energy and internal energy. All the energies work under the energetic or the master, who is Krishna. They are not each other's servants. Of course, we can serve the energies, other energies, we can choose as a marginal energy to choose the external energy or internal energy. That is our choice. But basically, even internal energy will engage us in the service of the Supreme Lord. So the overall idea is the energy is the servant of the Lord. Okay, this is the science. Just try to understand the science. Don't keep repeating the same thing which you are again and again repeating. Think, a person who got paralyzed. The soul is there. The body is there. And the internal organs, nerves, everything is perfect. The doctor says he's completely internally healthy. But it is not moving. So you should know there is somebody else who is actually the director of the body. Not only the body is there and the soul is there, it will work. No. Because the external energy, Maya, is not your servant. She is not your servant. The external energy is earth, water, fire, air, ether, and all this material, right? Your body is material, right? So the material world will operate on your command? No. Jiva's command. Jiva is the master of the material world. He wants to lord it over the material world, but it's a failure process. It's a failure project. So we are all total failures in the material world. My dear Maya, I am defeated. And we are both hands raised. And we are in completely surrender stage. So nothing in this world happens according to our ideas. Even our own hands and legs will not move. For example, if some X is having a cancer in his body, the virus has come. The soul is there. The soul can say, my dear virus, go away. Or it can tell the nerve, my dear nerve, you act in such a way that you function. Will it function? The soul is there, the body is there. You think the bodily limbs are all acting on the command of the soul. You're wrong. So there is very, very, very important personality which you have missed. Is two birds are sitting in the same tree. That is the Paramatma. The Lord as super soul is sitting there. And the soul can only desire. It can desire. Of course, Prabhupada in the elementary lesson, as the elementary lesson, Prabhupada is telling, because he is bringing one concept after another concept, another concept. Like, for example, when you are in LKG, you are learning A, B, C, D, like that. You think the ABCD is the entire college and everything in the world? You have to combine it, you have to make it into words, and then the words become sentences, and the sentences become subject, and then there is lessons. And then there are many lessons in each of the subjects. Like that, you gradually grow, right? The same way, Srila Prabhupada in the initials, he's telling that, but even there, he's bringing the concept of Paramatma. So, the soul is there, the consciousness is the symptom of the soul, is 100% absolute truth, where you see the symptom of life is there. If there is even there is an amoeba, you see microorganism within a microscope, still you will see the life. You can very clearly identify what is life and what is not. This can be identified, but the moving of the hand, the moving of the leg, all these are on the command of Paramatma, is the Jada moving. The Jiva can desire, I want to move my hand. But sanctioning, not sanctioning, is in the hand of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So there are two Supreme Personality of Godhead, one in the heart of the Jiva, who's knowing the desire. See how within a millisecond, microsecond it's happening. In no time, you want to move your hand, in no time your hand is moving. Which means, see the communication, see the minuteness of this setup. The jiva actually desires to move, and the super soul is knowing the desire, and he is sanctioning. Upadrishta, Anumanta, Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. This is a definition of Paramatma. Upadrishta, Anumanta. He is the witness and sanctioner. He witnesses that the jiva wants to do that, he wants to enjoy that, he wants to do this, he wants to do that. So he brings in. There are in the atoms also, in the body, there are how many Paramatmas are there? You say, within my heart, there's a Paramatma, and there is Paramatma in every atom of my body. Everywhere, every atom has means your body is also made up of atoms, right? So how will that sanction, how will that perform their activity? Is because the Lord is sanctioning. So the Jada is cooperating to work. She will cooperate for the order of the Supreme Lord. She is servant of the Supreme Lord. She is not Jiva's servant. So the Jada Prakriti also, Maya Dikshena Prakriti Suyate cha Characharam. So Krishna, all the Sarasara, under Sarasara till Anu. There are many universes. From universes and planets till a smallest atom. Everything works on the sanction or the order of the Supreme Lord. He stays as Paramatma and he makes it happen in this world. So this world, many people think that, oh, we need to go to Goloka, we need to go to Goloka. There's no Krishna here. It's all Maya. Though they are called Maya conscious people. So the Srimad Bhagavatam and the same Bhagavad Gita itself, in each of the chapters, we see that how Supreme Lord is situated, and he is never left alone. Sometimes in hiding, sometimes in open, he is available to us. Why is he hiding? Like an example, like a child wants to play with things. It may say, Father, you go away, Mother, you go. I don't want you to see what I'm playing. He'll feel like very inferior. So he'll say, no, you go. He'll feel disturbed. So the father, mother may go away. They won't go away totally. They will be in some corner and they'll keep watching the baby so that the baby doesn't undergo any trouble. But the baby thinks that parents are not there, only I am there and the doll is there, or I want to play in a terrace. And the baby thinks that I am playing in the terrace. And it's so dangerous, the baby may fall down from there. So always the mother is watching, but she may hide and watch because the baby doesn't want the mother to be around to spoil the fun with its playthings. Same way, the material world is a big shop which is opened with so many playthings, and a body is also given, and it will start working in this material world, thinking it's the Lord of the material nature, but it is not. Supreme Lord is the Lord of the material nature as well, and he is present here in every atom as Paramatma. As a devotee, we really need to know this, and devotee naturally will know this. And even though he is worshipping the Supreme Lord Bhagavan, and he is not taking advantage of the presence of Paramatma and making Paramatma his servant. Like, for example, I want to convince somebody. I ask my dear Paramatma in the heart, you tell him to do that, like that. So, in order to fulfill our desire, we are always ready to exploit anything in this world. And we gradually, when we get the information, we progress towards exploiting Paramatma also. So, as a jnani will progress towards Paramatma, whereas a devotee knows that the Lord is present everywhere and He is there, and he feels such a coziness. He feels home everywhere. Pure devotee, it doesn't matter where he is because he's already fixed in Krishna, in the worship of Krishna, in the service of Krishna, and direct service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, like that. He doesn't exploit this information. So that is why Krishna is very dear to him, and Krishna will automatically and the devotee is also very dear to Krishna, and Krishna will help him in various situations, like Prahalad Maharaj. I already told you the example of Prahalad Maharaj, how the Prahalad Maharaj was saved. Like I was telling you that I used to watch movies that the Lord is he is being thrown from top of the mountain. And in movies they show that Vishnu comes and holds the baby. No, he actually was thrown. There was nobody. He just fell down or directly on the rocks. It's a rocky mountain, and they throw from the rock. And a small child, a tender body, if it hits the rock from that height, it is going to smash into pieces. But he came intact. So in the purport also, in the sloka also, in 7th canto, we are seeing that how nicely that the Paramatma is there in every atom, and he is deciding to change the rocks dharma like cotton, so soft like a sponge. So Krishna decides as Paramatma within. So he is very, very active, and Supreme Lord is very conscious in this world. Only we are unconscious of him. But he is conscious of all our activities. So you can have privacy in this world. You are under constant surveillance. And better become friendly. He's already a friend of yours. Better become friendly with your surveillance camera. The person who is in surveillance. And he doesn't take advantage, he doesn't blackmail you, he doesn't take out this as a point in order to corner you. No, he's the best friend of all. So we saw one verse, you all mugged it up and you all repeat it to get marks, to get the Bhakti Shastri degree. That,
Mataji,
what is that sloka? Tell me the sloka first. Krishna is your best friend. Tell the sloka. Already that is over. Who is going to tell this? I think it's over, no? Yeah, it's over. Just before this, I think in the previous chapter.
The line I remember, Mataji, but the entire shloka I don't remember.
Okay, whatever you remember, you tell.
Bhakto Sime Sakha Cheti.
No, that is Bhagavad Gita will be revealed to
5 point.
fourth chapter, where it will be revealed to third one, to friend and devotee. No, that is Arjuna's friend. I am telling for all the living entities, he is friend.
5.29, I think.
Now go
Atva
internet, you
Mam.
search, you come back, 5 point. I don't want a number. 10 minutes you didn't know, 5 minutes you didn't know the number. Now number is coming from internet, not from your head.
Bhoktaram Yagyatapas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Suridam
Now internet will
Sarvabhutam.
take Bhakti Shastri. Shall I give to Copilot or some AI tool?
No, Mataji, I didn't
Ask the
search.
AI tool to preach. You sit at home and just enjoy your life. Become trained with me. It's a training. Very good. Is anybody can tell the verse?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Bhoktaram Yagyatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Suridam Sarvabhutanam. Gyatva Mam Shantim Richati.
What is the meaning? What are the three aspects of this? Krishna is
your Bhoktaram
Bhokta Ram, Supreme Enjoyer.
Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Okay.
Master of
The
all.
master of all the planets. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Suridam Sarvabhutanam.
And he's friend of
He's
all.
friend, a friend of all living entities.
Yes, this is Suhritam Sarvabhutanam.
Gyatva Santim Richati. One who knows this, he will feel peace.
Peace formula. Fifth chapter, baby. Now we are in the sixth chapter. Okay, fifth chapter. This is. What is that? You want Mataji come and take class? Mataji come and take class. You people are qualified to take simply some audio video lessons and just read the book and get the certificate. You should get, no? You should take it, no? What is the use of me reading complete Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita many times and coming back to your Bhakti Shastri class and teach you elementary lesson? There must be something worth it. Anyway. Now, very good. So you brought it in like we had that Paramatma, the Lord is the friend of all. There in the purport also, Lord Prabhupada is explaining that Lord as Paramatma is situated so that he changes the dharma when Prahlad was thrown away and he catches the Lord on the stone only. He's falling, but the stone becomes a sponge because he changed the dharma. So the Jada Prakriti is under the control of the Supreme Lord. It is not control of the Jiva. So grow up. Same thing, your elementary, somebody cultivated you somewhere. And they told the Atma is there, the Atma is there, so the body. The same thing you will repeat. And what you are taking in the Bhakti Shastri class goes, I don't know, Ishopanishad, I have told this also about Paramatma and everything. It doesn't stay. Why? Maybe you have invested your faith somewhere, which is very difficult for me to take it back. I should be a formal academic teacher and just finish it and get the certificate done and get you off, go flying colors, bye bye. Like your college sent you with flying colors. Butterfly has a lot of colors, but it's so thin that it will disappear in no time. You can have a lot of colors on you. So, what is the encouragement for a good class? Person who is conducting a class is a good students who can just grasp things. No, that is the only encouragement which gives life. Anyway, so the Paramatma is missing. You all answered when I asked you what is the reason the hands and legs are moving. You again, because the soul is there. Because the soul is there. Because somebody told you in the very beginning. In the LKG, A is there and B is there. So if we ask you what is there in thermodynamics, you are doing mechanical engineering, I am asking what is there in thermodynamics. A, B and C are there. If you tell like that, how will I feel? Because you had an elementary school teacher there. So you are going to be Shastri. There is a class of Shastrical understanding. And you have to set up to the standard. You cannot keep repeating. When spontaneously asked, the originality comes out. Right? So get back to Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita properly and throw away all the nonsense which you have already read and now become a student of Prabhupada. Where I learned from is from Prabhupada. Our generation was very, very lucky. There was no social media. There was no this Prabhuji and that Mataji coming and clapping their hands all over the screen. We had the books. Prabhupada books are very, very wonderful. It's so much greater than that Prabhuji and Mataji. Even myself, I'm including me. Prabhupada books stands primary and it's a law book. And don't take it and argue based on it. First learn it thoroughly and then talk. You completed cover to cover thoroughly, properly. There is no question of argument, only question of acceptance from Acharya Parampara. If you argue, that means you're a half-baked cake. Only the half-baked cake here and there, chewing and then vomiting. That is what is argument from Acharya Parampara. Acharya Parampara gives us information of some spiritual information which we have never heard of before in any of the university or college or education. That means anything which is coming directly from the Acharya Parampara is unarguable because it's totally new realm and new information, spirituality. That is why it's one-sided. You just receive it. And in case if you argue, that means you are mixing material with it or you have not received from the authority from the Acharya Parampara. So the authority of the Acharya Parampara is Srila Prabhupada and he has given these books. And it has very, very valuable informations. And if you When spontaneously asked, you repeat the same answer which you will answer before starting your Bhakti Shastri. What answer you did? The same answer you are going to answer now. What is the use of you reading 5 chapters? There is no use. You completed Ishopanishad. What is the use? Hmm? Where is your Shastri, Bhakti Shastri? You want the degree? Yeah? Oh, wow, certificate. You can become very great in your temple and your circle and in your association. Wow, Prabhuji, your Bhakti Shastri, you're very great, Prabhu. Nice, no? Wow. That's how you are educated in your academics. Just take a degree and escape. Then you should have chosen some other institute, not me. So now get back when I'm going to do the module test on 6th chapter. I'm not going to leave you alone. All your essays are going to be, or lectures are going to be individually done, and there will be cross question asked by everybody. Become ready to become a preacher, to open your mouth and talk and answer questions. And I'm going to fry you left and right. If you get scared, run away now. I'm not going to leave the essay exam and other things very ordinary for Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is the primary scripture in this Bhakti Shastri, and I expect you to really be good at the philosophical understanding. Not 5.59, 7.39. I don't care what number of the sloka it is, but the subject has to be clear. Okay? So why the hand is moving is because Upatrishta Anumanta, that what is that? Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhurdam Sarvabhutanam. There it very clearly in many purports Prabhupada is mentioning the Paramatma is there. The soul is there, but the next level is the soul is there, but the Paramatma is there. And the soul, two birds are sitting on a tree, and one bird is desiring to eat the fruit, and the other bird is simply witness watching, and it's also sanctioning. So the Lord is sanctioning, so the Jada is moving. So there is no philosophical explanation without Krishna or God. No spiritual explanation. If yogis ask this question, whatever answer you gave is, yogi will also give this answer, jnani will also give this answer. Yogi will give even a better answer than you. He'll say Paramatma. I feel. But a jnani, Mayavadis, impersonalist, all of them, they know only two things: material and spirit soul. They are not conscious of that Paramatma who is there in every atom. As I said, even within your body, every atom, Supreme Lord is existing as super soul. That's all. And the Jada will also move because the super soul is present. This is, but in Bhagavatam, the evidences can be taken for all the claims which I am doing now. And why to go to Bhagavatam? Second chapter, second canto completely describes this concept. But in Bhagavad Gita itself, Prabhupada is giving in many purports that he is the controller, Rishikesha. Go to the first chapter, read the meaning of the word Rishikesha, Rishika Isha. He is the Ishvara, he is the controller of the senses. So the senses are controlled by whom? So what is control? Very simple English, everything is straightforward. What is controlling something? For example, I have a fan in my room. So what does control of the fan mean? I have a switch, I have a regulator, right? That is simple to understand. There is nothing complex. The words are English, Prabhupada's teachings are straightforward. He doesn't give indirect meaning or indirectly talking. What does Prabhupada mean by that? You need not ask what does Prabhupada mean by that. What he means is just writing there. It's straightforward. They say he's controller of the senses, which actually means senses are controlled by the Supreme Lord. He may not come and he may not be the operator. Like the fan is moving. We are not going and making the fan go around and around and around and having a stick and making it every RPM, rotation per minute, how much it is going. We are not doing it. It's all done. Even though it's kind of an automated system, it doesn't operate on its own. So I go there and I switch it on. And I regulate it. Like, for example, I'm saying I'm controlling my car. My leg is in the accelerator. Right? So I press the accelerator, it moves. And I have the steering in my hand. So I'm the controller. The jiva can only desire. The jiva is not the controller of Jada Prakriti. So this is the next level of understanding. You need to progress, grow up, children, grow up into proper professional. We are expecting a lot of preachers and quality preachers, not simply go and get a crowd of all this patla patla. Same elementary school teacher will teach elementary lesson and elementary students will be produced, and they just stay elementary and they like to be in that platform and just to simply roam around like Romeos. Hmm? And sometimes really a disturbance. So Kanishtadhigari should become a Madhyamadhigari, then become a Uttamadhigari. This is what is expected. So when you join a company, you ask what is my career growth? What do I learn so that I switch over, or so what do I learn so that I can improve my profile? The same stays here. You don't stick back with the same old philosophy which you learned in your LKG and keep on repeating it. No, if you're reading a book, there must be some effect. And now, kindly don't read for the exam, read for yourself. You get less mark in exam, don't compete with others. It doesn't matter which sloka number it is, what argument you are giving to others. Just learn, take this Prabhupada is giving you. This is the wealth which you can carry life after life. It's the greatest wealth. So hereafter, vigilant in your studies should be there for yourself. Study for yourself and come up to a better standard. Okay, very good. But I'm happy at least you told that the Jayalakshmi, you need to improve on that. That you told the matter is the reason, the intelligence passing signal. This is not as expected. You have completed 5 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. And in the second chapter, Krishna is telling that the soul is there in the body. That is why the Jada is moving. So at least that is expected from you. Sailesh, you're totally off the screen. You're not in the picture. So you need to kindly improve. Instead of going to so-called library of your great education, you also have to get inside the small book of Bhagavad Gita, which has 5 chapters which we have covered. Go through it again.
Okay, Mataji.
I'm going to make you tough. When you finish this Bhakti Shastri, I expect it to be a quality Bhakti Shastri. When you go out, you should stay, I mean, way out than any other ordinary so-called people, Romeos. Okay? They may wear saffron, doesn't mean that whatever they speak is right, or that is all. There is so much more. Bhagavatam is there, Chaitanya Charitamrita is there. Keep on beating around the bush. Just because somebody is a great orator and has a materialistic educational degrees, that doesn't make anything of them. First, you should understand. Gaurakishore Das Babaji Maharaj was not a literate. He was an illiterate. All that he had was from hearing directly. There was no literacy, but of material literacy, which is considered ignorance in Ishopanishad. It is considered ignorance in Ishopanishad. And Sailesh, if possible, get from the team the Ishopanishad lectures, which are some lectures are available. Most of the lectures, I think, are available in YouTube, and you have to listen
Okay,
to it.
Mataji.
You have to listen.
Okay, Mataji.
Not for yourself, okay? It is not for
Yes.
show off or coming and telling I am a very good student or anything. Improve yourself so that you can give
Yes.
quality lectures and answer any questions.
Okay, Mataji.
Your lectures should be super quality. Is the student of Prabhupada. Wow. We are student of Prabhupada actually. We are more powerful than direct student of Prabhupada because we get double mercy. Not one pure devotee's mercy. We get the entire Acharya Parampara's mercy. Not pick up only Prabhupada and hang around like Trisanga Surga. So we have the previous Acharyas before Prabhupada. Through Prabhupada, we are getting purports. He is quoting so many of them. At the same time, we are also getting a sincere servant through whom his mercy we are doing this Bhakti Shastri. So we are in so much a double mercy, triple mercy, so many times mercy till Krishna we have mercy in Acharya Parampara. And with that knowledge and information only we are talking right now. Okay, so I want all of you to become very, very good preachers. And when you go out with the degree, not that I got a degree just like that. And when somebody asks a question, you are looking here and there. Don't be like that. Okay. What is the difference between studying in some BTech college and IIT? There must be some difference, right? And if you are given admission in IIT without a tough process and without any fees, you don't value it, right? That's what you are doing to this classes. So I am directing you to Prabhupada. I am not telling I am IIT. I am telling Prabhupada is IIT. Any great person you are glorifying as great preacher of Bhagavad Gita took the stuff from Prabhupada's books. Just know that, and then you will know where you can stand. Okay. So going back to Paramatma, now we are into the portion where we are going to see how the Paramatma is realized. Okay, there are two aspects. An aspect where an Dhyana yogi or an Ashtanga Siddhi yogi will envision Paramatma, and at the same time, because he is just have a short vision of just reaching Paramatma realization alone, whereas a devotee who's already into connection with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, as a byproduct, he gets the realization of Paramatma. Like we get the information now, right? We don't realize it, but we already got the information, but our realization is focused towards pleasing Krishna, the Supreme Lord, who is there in the Goloka Vrindavana. So we are not turning, even though we know the information, Paramatma is living within the heart of me, each one of you. Each one of your heart. No, it's not a theory paper where you just note down, okay, Lord is there in every atom, everybody's heart. You are a living entity, and within your heart, Supreme Lord is living. This much you know as Paramatma. And is hearing all your thoughts loudly. No secrecy. I have a secret. You don't have any secret. That's why I'm telling, don't worry, I'm your friend only. Then you'll start becoming envious of him. So he's your friend. So this science, as a bhakta, we hear that, okay, Lord is there in every atom. My body, I have a body, and I am myself is a soul, and my soul as a soul, he has as my friend, he is traveling with me as Paramatma. In every body, I switch over to various bodies, insects, to trees, to animals. Now I have got this body, male, female, or Indian, whatever, American, whatever body I have got, black, white, higher, tall, short, male, female, whatever vehicle, ambassador car or a truck or a cycle. Vehicle is a vehicle. You got a vehicle, we are there, but I'm seated in the vehicle. But my friend is accompanying me in all the bodies. And that is one Paramatma. And despite that, my body and the world with which I'm dealing, every atom is filled with my friend who is Paramatma. So this information is very simply there with the devotee, but he still doesn't take advantage of it. He proceeds with Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. He's going ahead to be a devotee of the supreme source of even the Paramatma. There's a source, no? Like Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is the source of Paramatma. Then or Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu expands as Paramatma. Like a sun is reflected in so many pots of water. You may have 1,000 pots of water if you keep it in the terrace, and then all the water will reflect the sun. Doesn't mean so many suns are there. There is one sun. Same as the Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu is purposely coming here in order to make the Jada Prakriti look like active, as if it is active. It looks active, like the sun, the moon, the Jada Prakriti looks as if it is active. This memento is brought by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is penetration or entrance into the Jada, the matter. The matter becomes life because of spirit. There are two kinds of spirit soul, the super soul and the soul. Both as a combination work, not just the soul alone. If you ask a Mayavadi, if you ask a Brahmavadi, they say soul is the reason. The body is acting. That's a very elementary lesson, and that is done by the jnanis and all. But we know that the soul is there within the body, so it gets a life, but the soul is accompanied by Paramatma, is sanctioning. Paramatma is commanding and sanctioning the Jada to act, and then the Jada acts. And when a person is too very sinful, and he has got paralysis due to his sinful reaction is coming to his body, then Lord thinks that if this fellow is made to work his hands and legs more, then he is going to, for some reason, he doesn't want him to act further. Then the Lord will stop sanctioning for the hands and legs. Then the hands and legs will not move. So the Jada is operating on the order of the Supreme Lord, not on the order of Jiva. even though the jiva desires. The desire is sanctioned by the Lord, and then the jada moves. All of you got it? Give a thumbs up if you have understood it. Anytime in future, anybody asks, this must be the holistic answer. Without Krishna, there is no science. Very good. There's no science without Krishna. So if the what is the science of the body and soul? And this is the Paramatma is the body. Without Krishna, there's no science. People think that without Krishna, if we describe anything, some Einstein example, and the body and the soul and all these things will talk, why should we bring Krishna? Like that, that means they don't know the science. Sometimes spirituality is explained missing Krishna. That means you don't know the science fully. You have never been to Bhagavad Gita properly not read. Point number one. Bhagavatam not touched at all. And Chaitanya Charitamrita, forget it. This is the status. If any science of is explained without Krishna. So Krishna consciousness itself is a science. Okay, now let's go to this. Now we'll see that how a Dhyana yogi will realize the Paramatma. And in the purport, we are seeing how Prabhupada is explaining a Bhakti yogi already is a part of realization of Paramatma. So Paramatma realization is discussed here from till the Arjuna's question that is coming in 33 to 32. So, okay. So this portion 28 to 31 is our 28 to 32 is the Paramatma realization. Okay, thus a self-controlled yogi constantly engaged in yoga practice becomes free from it. Somebody can read this. Others kindly listen properly. Somebody listen, read it diligently.
Thus, the self-controlled yogi, constantly engaged in yoga practice, becomes free from all material contamination and achieves the highest stage of perfect happiness in transcendental loving service to the Lord. Text 29. A true yogi observes me in all beings and also sees every being in me. Indeed, the self realized person sees me, the same Supreme Lord, everywhere. Text 30. For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me.
How wonderful is this? See, this in the material world, sometimes we feel lost, right? Now, having this information, you don't feel lost. You don't feel lonely. So, thus the self-controlled yogi constantly engages in yoga practice. We have that bhakti yoga practice. Ashtanga Siddhi yogi will do his own yoga practice. Everybody has that yoga. Yoga means connecting, right? So, everybody is first self-control is there, then all these things are also there. And he is engaged in the yoga practice. We have our own way of controlling the senses, not by controlling in a gross way like they do. We just engage the senses in the service of Krishna. So, that is somewhat different. But otherwise, everybody seriously in practicing yoga. So what happens? The material contamination becomes gone. It's all gone. And the highest stage of perfect happiness in transcendental service to the Lord. He has the realization of the super soul. Now, because of the realization of the super soul, we'll see this purports. A true yogi observes me in all beings. Like I told you, in every living being's heart, Supreme Lord is there. He is impartial. And also, every being is in me. Like you have the body also. Every atom is also Supreme Lord is there. Indeed, a self-realization person sees me the same as Supreme Lord everywhere. The Supreme Lord's is only coming as Paramatma and is there everywhere. And for one, see, somebody reads this without an explanation, what will happen to them? They don't understand anything. But you like it's like tongue twister. He sees a true yogi observes me in all beings and also sees everything being in me. A self-realized person sees me, the same Supreme Lord everywhere. But when we understand how the Paramatma is existing, then it all makes sense, right? For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost. So in this world also, even though apparently seeing, you look around you. Look around you. What do you see? You see some curtain, windows, walls, some table, some chair, some bottle, some vessels. So many items you're seeing. Do you ever see God? You see other people. Everything you see. But you didn't see the God at all. But when we learn this, that Lord is residing in every atom and everybody's heart, and from the authority of spirituality, then he is made up of, and we now understand I'm also not the body, I'm spirit soul. But when I look at you, I'm looking at my roommate or friend or whoever is next to me, or even an animal or an insect. I'm not able to see the soul. But I know I can see the consciousness, it's moving, and I know that the soul is existing there. But soul as such, I'm not able to see with the material eye. Right? So similarly, we are not able to see the Paramatma. Because spirit soul cannot be seen with material microscope or telescope. It requires a spiritual vision. Premanjana churitapakti vilochanena sanda sadaiva hridayeshu vilokyanti. What is that microscope or telescope? To see small things, you'll use microscope. To see large scale sky or something, you'll use telescope. Okay, but what is that microscope and the telescope? With which I'll see the Supreme Lord. What is that instrument? I'm stuck up in this body now. One is Shastra Shakshu. The pure devotee comes and Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. So the pure devotee comes and opens your vision and you can see through Shastra. Now Prabhupada is coming and opening the vision. See every atom, the Supreme Lord. The way you deal with the world should change tomorrow if you have really read Srila Prabhupada's books. Every day, the way you deal with the world should differ. If you are seriously reading Srila Prabhupada's books and its purport, not for the exam, not for the mark, for yourself, then you are already a spirit soul stuck up in this world. You don't have any other go. This is a real education and knowledge, practically speaking. And the true yogi, so you just observes me in all beings. So one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me. And if you see as Mahavishnu, and take the, for example, sees everything in me. Take Garbhodara Sai Vishnu. Where is the universe? Where is the universe residing? Can somebody say where is the universe?
In everything in Krishna.
Everything in the lotus stem, right? It's in the lotus stem, right? Garbhodara Sai Vishnu has a lotus stem, right? In which Brahma is born, right? It's not just
Yes.
a story. So we all live, and two things. He is also living within us. It's very, very, very beautiful science. Lord is living in your heart and every atom. And we are all living within a universe which is there within his navel, navel lotus. We also live within him. It's all direct and straightforward science. Okay, Krishna doesn't speak something which you don't understand. But you should understand only for a pure devotee, licking the honey bottle from outside, you'll end up in confusion. But if the honey bottle cover is opened by a pure devotee, then you lick the original honey, then you'll see everything as it is. There is no complicated things, philosophy here. These are all not complicated sentences. But the jnanis and yogis, they take it and manipulate and say, so everything in me, everything is so is Brahman, you are also Brahman, and everywhere is Brahman. So they become so confused in this. But we know how it is for one who sees me everywhere. Yeah, we see everywhere. Of course, in every atom and everybody's heart. And we see everything in me. I'm never lost. Nor is he ever lost to me. So we are never lost. And we are conscious of Krishna now Krishna is anyway conscious of us. Krishna never loses. He doesn't become unconscious. He doesn't become ignorant. Krishna, ignorance is not there in Krishna. Abhijna Swarat, he knows everything. There's nothing he doesn't know. Of course he doesn't know one thing, how his pure devotee loves him like Radharani, so he becomes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But as such, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is supreme absolute truth. So there is nothing he doesn't know, because he is became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now he knows devotion also. So now Krishna knows everything. So in this way, Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they know everything. They both are same. And he knows Ishvara, the Supreme Lord. He knows everything. Only we didn't know him. Now we know him. Now we're getting to know him. So we are not lost anymore. Even in the material world, oh, I'm so lost. Like that. One time, I wrote a mail to Guru Maharaj. I had to undergo surgery. So we both were in a very tight working schedule, me and Prabhu. We really used to be very good performers in wherever industry we were in. So and most of our travel, most of our job involved travel. Especially Prabhu's was so much travel. For me, it was less, but still we were traveling so much. And then I had to go undergo surgery in some unknown hospital in a place, and it's a devotee hospital, but still I felt very lonely. So I wrote a mail to Guru Maharaj that just before the surgery, 1 or 2 days before, it may not be enough time for Guru Maharaj to read it. That time Guru Maharaj was just after the stroke. Then Guru Maharaj, I am having a surgery on such and such a date. Kindly bless me for whatever it is, whatever outcome it is, according to Krishna's will. And I feel I want your blessings. I feel lost and lonely. This is only 2 sentences. My mail had only 2 or 3 sentences only. I feel lost and lonely. This is what I wrote. And after that, I immediately went to the surgery. And next day, I think, next day, and I finished. I came unconscious to the room and all. I didn't know. When I woke up, I was in the room, not in the operation theater. When I became unconscious, I was in the operation theater. And then I woke up. I was next day I was in the room. That is the one full day that whatever they gave anesthesia, whatever, it made me unconscious till the next day. And then when I woke up, from that moment onwards, after some time, I forgot about the mail and everything. That again and again, that one sloka of Bhagavad Gita is keep on coming in my mind. Guru Maharaj just prayed for me, and later I came to know he prayed for me. But that time, what is that? What is the sloka about Paramatma? Very, very famous sloka. Matta smritirjnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarvairahame vedya vedanta krit vedavit evacha. That is Matta smritirjnanam apohanam cha. That I am giving you intelligence, I am giving you remembrance and forgetfulness. So this again and again and again and again, this sloka was coming to me. Even when I was in unconscious state, I came to consciousness, but still I was not fully recovered for 2 3 days. I was under the sedatives and things like that, and trips and all. So I was not fully conscious, but this was coming again and again. Somebody was keep on telling me I'm there, the super soul. So I know the meaning, and I was thinking why the super soul sloka is coming all again and again. Then later I realized that he's my friend, he's always there. So that realization came because of the prayer of Guru Maharaj. So in this way, it was very nice to realize things that you don't feel lonely in this world because you never get. That is how the sannyasis live. They don't have friends circle or this. They still in Madhavendra Puri. He saw Krishna. He was just sitting there and chanting, which generally none of us can do almost. 1 or 2 hours we cannot do without any device or calling somebody or association. No, he had association. Tulsi Maharani bead he is holding is association. She never died. The bead is alive actually. There is no death for transcendental personalities. So in this way, we have many association. Bhuma Devi is there. We are not able to realize. Paramatma is there in every heart. We are not able to realize because of this. So that is the speciality, that how they live. Okay, self-realized person. So for one who sees me, so true yogi observes. So this is about self-control yogi, constantly engaged in yoga practice. So when you see advanced devotees, there is certainly difference between an advanced devotee and a beginner, or a person who is chanting for 30 40 years and a person who is chanting newly for 3 years 4 years. There's certainly difference. So what is the difference? That is, he'll get into realizations gradually. That realizations are personal, and it may not be sometime visible outside. It's not that every realized person will be jumping like a surface water fish. But Rupa Goswami is telling there are deep water fishes. They never come like big timingalas. They don't come on the surface. But there may be many fishes which are jumping on the surface. They are all small fishes. They are not original fish. If you want to see the original fish, you have to go deep water like that. So just because somebody is famous and they're jumping too much on the water, and there Rupa Goswami also wants that warning that that kind of fishes which jumps on the surface of the water can be easily caught by the net of a fisherman. So like a Maya can easily capture that jumping fishes. So the true yogi observes. So this is the true yogi. Now let us see what Prabhupada is giving. Okay, this all of you understood this, no? So this is a very important portion to realize Paramatma, because we don't realize. We get the information from Prabhupada and we accept it. Yes. Okay. So now read the next two.
31. Such a yogi who engages in worshipful service of the super soul, knowing that I and the super soul are one, remains always in me in all circumstances. 32. He is a perfect yogi who, by comparison to his own self, sees the true equality of all beings in both their happiness and their distress.
Yes. So the first, the yogi, what he does, he engages, such a yogi who realizes, he engages in the worshipful soul, service of the super soul. So there are two. One is Ashtanga Siddhi Yogi, but a devotee is already engaged in the Supreme Lord. Knowing that the Supreme Lord and the Super Soul are one, if we worship Lord Jagannath, I am already worshipping Super Soul. And if I am offering food to my Jagannath deity at home, or in the Rath Yatra, or wherever I am pulling the Rath, I am actually pleasing the Supreme Lord within my heart. I don't dig into my heart and look into my heart and all this dhyana and all. I need not do. Explicitly, Lord is there in the form of the deities which are given by authorized Acharya Parampara, and we are worshipping. And Super Soul is so pleased because we are really worshipping Him. And Krishna and Super Soul are non-different, and Super Soul and Krishna are non-different. So engages in the worshipful service of the Super Soul, knowing that I and the Super Soul are one. So who is talking? Krishna is talking. I means Krishna. Krishna and the Super Soul are one. So this is the proof we get here. Remains always in me in all circumstances. So this is called conscious of being Krishna conscious, conscious of Krishna. So not just Paramatma, we know more. More than Paramatma, we know Garbhodara Sai Vishnu, we know Mahavishnu, we know expansions, we can know incarnations, Manvantara Avatar, Yuga Avatars. We know devotees who are having beautiful dealings with him. We know various names, not just Paramatma, we know directly the name of the Supreme Lord Krishna. See, for example, you can call, if you know if you know a city has a collector, you can call him a collector. But if I know his name, okay, he's Ramesh, he's Suresh, then, or I call him by name, hi Suresh, somebody calling collector sir is coming. There is a difference. So Paramatma is secondary name. We know Giridhari, Govinda, so many names of Krishna, which are primary names. So we are far ahead, far nearer as a bhakti yogi, very nearer to the Supreme Lord. And the Paramatma realization is a byproduct for the devotional service which we perform for the Supreme Lord. So is the perfect yogi, by comparison of his own self, sees the true quality in all beings, in both their happiness and distress. Let us go back. And Arjuna is going to say that this Ashtanga Siddhi Yoga meditation process of going to a lonely place and trying to connect with Paramatma is not going to work for him. That is what he is going to reject this. But in the purports, Prabhupada is telling that how we are already okay, we need to keep it pending for tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. Small. Okay. One at least we'll read today. Thus, the self-control yogi constantly engages in yoga practice to become free from material contamination and achieves the highest stage of perfect happiness in transcendental loving service to the Lord. As you realize the Lord, you really want to serve more and more and more. Like when a honeybee looks at the flower, it has a little honey, it is tasted, then it will never even sometimes the flower closes in the night. But still, the honeybee is so intoxicated, it will even die within the flower. It won't come out of drinking that honey. It's so maddened. Same way, the Supreme Lord is very, very attractive. Any realization, any part of the Supreme Lord realization is very, very blissful. Okay, somebody read the purport.
Self realization means knowing one's constitutional position in relationship to the Supreme. The individual soul is part and parcel of the Supreme, and his position is to render transcendental service to the Lord. This transcendental contact with the Supreme is called Brahma Samsparsha. Samsparsha.
Sparsha means touching. Brahma means transcendence or the Supreme Spirit. So, touching the Spirit actually is mentioned here. In the sloka, in this sloka, the word Brahma Sparsha is mentioned. Sparsha. Samsparsha is mentioned. So, Sukena Brahma Samsparshanam is mentioned. So, being in constant touch with the Supreme, that is how Prabhupada is translating, being in constant touch with the Supreme. So once we become constantly in touch with the Supreme, we are constantly in touch with the Supreme. We get up in the morning, we remember Guru, we sing Samsara Dova, then we remember Krishna, we chant Hare Krishna and take bath, and we go and open up the deities, we do some little service, then we chant, then we cook for Krishna, we offer to Krishna, then we go back and go to our work or whatever it is, and if somebody has home, they are cleaning the house, which is the temple of Krishna. In this way, and we are hearing the classes, we are reading the books, and we are, as much as possible, we are doing services. And the person who's earning, bringing back the money that is going to be used in the service of Krishna to purchase rice, dal, sabji, everything. That is why he is going out like a normal Krishna conscious person in the temple goes out and collects and come back at 9 o'clock after the Bhagavatam class. They are all out, either for book distribution or for getting some collection like this. They are not directly involved in any direct service of the Lord, but they are making money for the Lord or to the temple or whatever it is they are doing. Same thing, Krishna conscious Grahastha is also heading towards that, and he is coming back, finishing his whatever is the basic duty. Then he is continuing having a kirtan at home and completing rest of the rounds and like that, or reading and attending classes in this way. So the person who is engaged, constantly in touch with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and this constant touch is possible. See, the Supreme Lord is there, yeah. He is in spiritual world. We are in the material world, we are stuck up in the material body. And Paramatma also we cannot see. We are so blindfolded, we cannot see other souls, we cannot see Paramatma. We are completely drowned into the darkness of the body. Okay, fine. Now I am stuck up within this. Now, how do I connect with the Supreme Lord? I am marginal energy. Krishna is Supreme Lord, Supreme Controller, Ishvara. And I am marginal energy. So, can any of you tell who can help me connect with the Supreme Lord? Of course, Acharya Parampara is connecting. But I am asking in terms of energy, that which of the energy can help me? One of the energy is keeping me away. I am marginal energy. I can be in any of the energy which I want. I have chosen now material energy and I am stuck up. Now, which energy can help me connect with the Supreme Lord?
Internal potency of the Lord.
Very good. Yes. So the internal potency of the Lord is manifested in this world as devotional service, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. So in this way, hearing about Krishna, Sravanam, Kirtanam, in this way, the internal potency is manifest. So through devotional service, we are getting connected to Krishna. This is yoga. The proper yoga is devotional service, which can make you constantly in touch with Krishna. Constantly. Now you may say that, how can you say everywhere I cannot chant? I'm sitting in the office, how can I chant? You can think of Krishna. Even if you do office work, that money you can use for Krishna. Overall idea, as soon as you use everything, touch Krishna through some means, then you establish the connection. And that is Brahma Samsparsha. You are connecting. Sparsha. Brahma Samsparsha. Okay. If possible, I don't know. Okay, sometimes the little bigger purpose we have. I think tomorrow we'll be covering this portion and we'll move on to Arjuna's rejecting the Dhyana Yoga process or Ashtanga Yoga process, especially staying in lonely place and performing Ashta Yoga exclusively for realizing Paramatma. So Krishna will give something more. Only when we settle for something less, then Krishna will say, okay, you're okay with this, it's okay. But when we hanker for more, then Krishna will give more. So Arjuna will not settle here. He will hanker for more, he will demand more, and Krishna will give more. That will appear in the next chapter. Thank you very much. Any questions or comments?
Maraji, there is one more example coming in my mind that if a person died, so soul come out from that body. But we know that in every atom there is super soul. So why not then that dead body is moving and going here and there, anything symptoms before it was showing, then the soul was there.
Very good. So, see, very simple. Paramatma is Upadrashta Anumanta. He is not interested to live in this material world. Of course, in spiritual, very good, nice point you brought. Very nice point. That is the difference between spiritual world and material world. The material world is created. Do you think Krishna is very desirous to create this material world and perform some activities here? Yes or no? Very, very happy to have material world, the conditioned soul.
No.
No, it's a dustbin, right? Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said it's a toilet. Just finish your task and get out. Don't try to settle here. Many people want to settle down, so they plan and plan. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, don't try to settle here. It's a toilet. Will anybody try to settle down here like that? So a temporary arrangement will make for a temporary settlement. That's all right, but not so much endeavor for settling. Very nice question you asked. The Paramatma is entering into the jada, otherwise the jada won't move. Why the jada has to move? Because the soul is desiring. So the material world is created because the soul want to enjoy its desire without Krishna. So Krishna said, okay, I'll not come. I'll not do anything there. That world is not for me. And there to sanction your desires. Then the jada will act for you. But in spiritual world, even the table and chair, everything is conscious. But in material world, even though there is Paramatma, he will be inert. He will keep it inert. Because that is the nature of jada, to be inert. He won't change that. He'll just stay there. But when the jiva desires to move a ball, move an item, for example, there is mouse here. I'm liking to move the mouse from left to right or right to left. When I desire to do that, then Paramatma no time sanctions it, and my hand is able to move it from left to right, and then right to left. Like this, I'm able to move. And my mouth is moving and sound is producing. But when there is no jiva there and which doesn't have any desire there, then Paramatma is not so very interested in doing anything. But when Prahlad Maharaj was thrown away from the mountain, then Paramatma is interested. He is interested there. So he made the stone. Okay, now the stone will act like a sponge. So he changed the dharma. So in exceptional situation, the Lord will act. Especially when you want to perform pastime with a pure devotee, then you will see that like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell on the stone, the soul melted. The stone is still there in Puri, in Alarnath temple. So certain times you can see that the matter reciprocates. You can see. That is, you can see means when you become a pure devotee, you can see. The matter also reciprocates. Because the Paramatma is there, he becomes excited by certain. Sometimes you will see that the garland of the Supreme Lord in the deity falling down, that the Chaitanya Charitamrita author is writing. When he went and prayed that I would like to cite, everybody is requesting to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. So I'm going to write it like that. He was praying. Then immediately Lord Radha Madan Mohan garland fell down So the garland won't move on its own, but it was properly fixed there. It can just stay there like any other jada, but it is falling down. So you can see that certain times the reciprocations of the Paramatma, even in the jada, when somebody becomes a devotee or a pure devotee. But otherwise, he just is inert. But in spiritual world, even the jada moves, even it is conscious. Here Paramatma is there, but Paramatma didn't come willingly. Oh, I'm very happy to put you in darkness and you forget me and all that, and you live in the shitty world and all. No, he's not interested to have you in this place at all, at first place. So he doesn't have any leela to perform here. Here, everything is performed is karma. And wherever in spiritual world, whatever is performed is leela. And if Krishna performs any activity in the jada, then it will become a leela. And Krishna doesn't touch external energy. He doesn't touch matter. He is not interested in playing in ignorance. Got it? The Jiva is deciding and Krishna is sanctioning. Krishna didn't create this world for his performance as pastime. And he voluntarily comes to claim why he is coming as avatar then is to claim the spirit soul back home, back to Godhead. This is not Krishna's home, this is not our home. We don't need to, it's not our place of field of activity. Krishna has a home, there he is very active. Why he has to make the Jada act, a dead body act? Sometimes the dead body gets up. Guru Maharaj this Saturday told a beautiful, not this Saturday, that Srivas Thakur, he told a pastime, just in the previous class in Mayapur. Guru Maharaj told about Srivas Thakur's son died. During the Kirtan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing outside in the courtyard. So Srivas Thakur told to his wife, don't shout, don't cry. If you cry, then you will see another dead body. I will also be dead. Because don't disturb Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Kirtan. But after the Kirtan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt something was fishy. Then he asked, what is the matter? Then and he said, Srivas Thakur, my son is dead. Your son is dead and you're just making the Kirtan work? Like that. Then he went inside and the wife was crying. Then he told the boy, hey, why did you die like that? Get up. Why you get up? So he just got up. The dead body got up. You say that you don't see dead body get up. Here is an example where the dead body gets up. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is supreme absolute truth and Paramatma will also become a servant. Advaitacharya became servant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Supreme Personality called it Advaitacharya is Mahavishnu. He became servant of the Supreme Lord. So when Supreme Lord commands, Paramatma will also listen. His expansion of expansion is meant to serve the Supreme Lord in material, maintaining the material world. He's doing the maintaining the material world in his tummy, having a lotus, all these things. He's simply serving. He is also servant. Mahavishnu is also servant. The Supreme Absolute Truth is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then he orders, you get up. The boy gets up and he says, yes, I was born in, I took many lifetimes. The soul talks, not the boy. The body gets up and then the boy talks. I am a spirit soul. I don't have a name. I have been traveling many bodies. And now, fortunately, somehow I ended up in Srivas Thakur's house as one of the son. But according to my karma, my time is finished. But I am so fortunate to be born in Vaishnava's home that I got fully Krishna conscious from my birth. Now, in this lifetime, I've gained so much spirituality, so much devotion that my way is clear to the spiritual world, back to Godhead. Even if I take another lifetime body, I'm very sure I'll be continuing with more than enough I have got from Srivas Thakur. And I'm very fortunate. I thank these two great personalities. I'm not their son, neither I'm the son of my previous parents. I'm just traveling further. So I'm the spirit soul like that. He offers obeisances. So then Srivas Thakur's wife and she's crying too much. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought the boy back. Then he asked her, what do you like? You want your son to stay, this boy to stay back according to his karma, he has to go to the next destination. Or you want him to stay back or go? She said, I want him to go. Because that he is a spirit soul, is not entangled with a particular parents or family or body. It's natural for him to travel further. And then again, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally took the boy in his hand, but this Guru Maharaj didn't tell, he just finished the pastime here. Then the boy's body in the hand and went to Ganga and handed over. Then Ganga took the boy's body. Because certain body become transcendental, like sannyasis, we have samadhis. So certain bodies are valuable, they are transcendental, they are active. Like Samadhi Mandir, we go to Vaishnava Samadhi Mandir. You want to see active dead bodies, you can see there. You can see so much reciprocations. You go to Prabhupada Samadhi Mandir, you go to Rupa Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami in Vrindavan. Where you're going to, you went to Vrindavan so many times and Yani Kani Chapabani, roaming around with I am a Prabhuji, great Prabhuji, and you roamed around with Tittar Prabhuji behind all the Samadhi Mandir, and you are asking whether a dead body can be alive or active. You have never seen. No, they are active there. Why they are putting garlands? You will see so much reciprocation if you try to reciprocate. Talk or relate or read their books. One time, me and Prabhu went to Vrindavan, and it was afternoon time. In Vrindavan, we have a practice like we go to Rupa Goswami Samadhi, and every time we is very attached there, and we used to read Nectar of Devotion or Nectar of Instruction. So one day we went when we decided when the entire temple is closed. Those days it is not so like this. It was all open like that. So it was all mud and all there. Only mud was there. Outside now it is all building and something changed so much. So we there was tree and everything. It was very nice. So we sat. We used to sit there. So that day we decided we'll finish Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction fully in Rupa Goswami Samadhi. So we know the closing timings. Those days we were experts. And then we ran. And we both went there and we sat there and we completed the Nectar of Instruction. So it was like 12:30 or 1. They closed it, and 4:30 the pujari is the old pujari, very old man. He's coming. We didn't even notice him. We already almost completed it, and we were just discussing about certain things, and we were offered obeisances, and we were sitting there, and we were about to get up and go because now it was mostly, I think, I don't know whether it's Kartik month or something, but we had to go back to our temple and association. So we were about to get up, and the pujari came and he went into Rupa Goswami Samadhi, Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi. Then he came and we were just offering obeisances and going. He just called and he gave the garland. Very nice garland, fully fresh and nice garland Rupa Goswami is wearing. He didn't have an alternate garland also. Maybe another one more small garland was there. But he took the big garland and gave us. There was no camera, nobody was watching us. So we understood. Then immediately we know, we took it in hand. Prabhu took it in hand. I don't know whether Guru Maharaj. There one more time Prabhu said that he gave the garland. Yeah, on Guru Purnima we gave to Guru Maharaj. One more time we had reciprocation. So we know that he's watching. He's sitting there. He listened. Initially we don't know. We are not conscious. We just want, as a neophytes, we just want to fit. Yes, Rupa Goswami Samadhi, and we'll read Rupa Goswami's book like that. Very enthusiastic. But at last we know that yes, he's there and he gave the garland. Pujari is an instrument. Oh, I put maska masala to Pujari and ask Prabhu, give me some prasadam, give me some garland, and I forcefully take from the neck of Rupa Goswami. No, Rupa Goswami sends it to me. If I deserve it, if I have to have Lord's prasadam, Jagannath will send it to me because I'm relating with Jagannath. I'm not relating with the people around them. I don't know them. Today somebody may be there. Tomorrow somebody else may be there. But my Supreme Lord is permanently there. And he reciprocates to me. This is a conviction and faith. The bhakti starts with faith. Adav Shraddha. The bhakti starts with faith, not with some theoretical knowledge. And networking. Which generally in institutions we do. But more than networking, there is an amazing network of Paramatma, amazing network of the Supreme Lord, his incarnations and his pure devotees. This is another realm. We can live there. Not difficult. Prabhupada is opening the door. We can walk in there. So this is how a dead body walks and talks. Yeah. Is that okay?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yes. Okay. Any other questions or comments? Now it's already 10:30. You have to go to office. It's all right. For me, no problem. Any other questions or comments?
Mataji, so once in this material world, we realize and our position, and we become Krishna conscious, and our desires will basically be good, and it is sanctioned by the Paramatma. The consequences and results are good. Whereas a non-realized person and who's not good, basically the desires are bad, like the murderers, thefters, and the rapists. The Paramata is sanctions, but still the consequence they face will be bad.
No, it not necessarily. The reason is, see, you're expecting partiality. Krishna is impartial. As Paramatma is impartial. See, insofar you're having an idea to yield something out of your devotion, it's a dirty devotion. It's contaminated devotion. Because you're trying to yield something out of it, right? So it's like a business. You're expecting a favor. Oh, I understood your Paramatma, so you can help me out. No, you take your karma, eat your karma. If you have negative or positive, just say, Sukhe dukhe bhule na ko vadane hari naam koro re. Sukha or dukkha, take it equally. Because you did it. Your karma is coming back to you, baby. So why Krishna has to favor you? So he will act on the law of nature, will act on everybody. If I, as a devotee, I touch fire, the fire will burn. It is not that, oh, devotee, not in exceptional situation. Exceptional situation is Prahlad Maharaj, where forcefully he was pushed from the mountain. Or Draupadi, forcefully she was disrobed. So in those situations, Krishna will, in the neck of the moment, you can see that he is extending his arm. It is not that to make your life easy, you became a devotee, you make your life easy. Oh, I have a very recommendation of a big man and he will come and help me out. And you're a non-devotee, you're a loser. No, Krishna will never give you a chance to become proud. You just have to simply take sukha and dukkha equally in this material world because you're not the body only. You're seriously having bodily concept. I'm a spirit soul, baby. I'm a spirit soul. Spirit soul doesn't know what is the difficulty. Whatever list of difficulty you're telling, or good or bad, all duality is there in the material world. And you don't belong here. You're in a wrong place. You got struck up. Now you're awakening yourself as a spirit soul. That is the truth. And while progressing in the spiritual path and your Krishna consciousness, becoming closer to Krishna, in that process, when you're handling material things, you may mess up. And when you're in a very, very too dangerous state where you're really messing up, Krishna will extend, like Jadabharata. The Kali herself came, the Jadabharata was there, and they were, and he was Bharata Maharaj, but he made a small mistake. So he became a deer, and then he became a son of a Brahmana. So what happened is, he understood, no, I won't act anything, I'll just keep quiet, I'll not get entangled in this world. So he was not cooperative with anybody. Of course, he was cooperative. They were giving a lot of old food and everything, taking job from him. He was just doing. So that time, one time, some people will catch him, like tribes in the forest. They will catch him, and the dacoits, not tribes, sorry, the dacoits in the forest will catch him, and they want to give Narabali to Kali. So they will take him because he is not. He's not opposing, he's just there, not cooperating, he's neutral person. So they took him and he just said, okay, if you want to take my life now, it's all right. I won't react, I won't fight with these people and all. He just went and put the head there. Seeing this Kali Devi, she was not able to tolerate. She came out of the deity and she killed all the dacoits and fought with them, and then he killed. And then Jadabharata got up and just walked away. Oh, Kali Devi, thank you so much. I am a devotee of Krishna. That is why nothing, no drama. He just got up and he just went. That is Bharata Maharaj. This Bharata Varsha is named after that devotee who later got perfection. We are all his descendants. Bharata Bhumile Hoile Manushya Janma Ara. Apna Srartha Karo Karo Paropakara. So, expecting a favor just because the Lord whom you are worshipping has very powerful, that is a kind of your devotion is not so very pure. It is contaminated by your personal desires of the material world, which is temporary. So sometimes you see that the pure devotees undergo trouble. You see that the Panchapandavas, not sometimes, most of the times, you saw that Panchapandavas underwent so much trouble. Oh, Krishna saved. Of course, in the nick of the moment when they were set fire, then Krishna saved. Because Krishna knows they won't self-guard. राकोबी मारोबी राकोबी जो इच्छा तुम्हारा नित्यदासा प्रतितु अधिकारा. Bhakti Vinod Thakur is singing. Marobi, let me be killed. Rakobi, let me be alive. Jo ichha tumhara, whatever is your wish, my dear Supreme Lord, let it happen so. Nityadasa pradithu adhikara. You have every right on me to beat me or to keep me. It is up to you. Because once you get initiated, your karma is finished. when you are in the hands of Krishna. So Krishna can do anything with you, that is high class devotion. So eventually good, bad and all these things are not meaningful. Just devotion is the only good thing in this material world, nothing else is good. Everything else is bad. That's all. So not having an idea of Krishna favoring, and he will favor. He will favor in the right situation. Sometimes he won't favor, because if you go inside that path, you will be completely destroyed, or you will lose your Krishna consciousness, or there is a future danger. How do you know? How do you know what is good and what is bad and what is right and what is wrong? So anything which happens in Krishna consciousness, keep going with the devotion to Krishna. That is the way we operate. And Paramatma sometimes he helps us. See, you see, bad people are also allowed Upatrishtanamata. He's impartial because he acts with the law of nature. The nature has a law, and Paramatma is there, Atma is there, Jada is there. That is this material world. Jada Prakriti is there, within which Atma and Paramatma, both spiritual elements, have come here. And we'll all operate on the law of nature, and everybody follows the law. Paramatma also allows the law to happen. Only in exceptional situation, when his devotee is fully surrendered and he is helpless and he doesn't do for himself, when you can safeguard yourself, you are too smart to handle yourself, he is not going to interfere in your life. But you are 100% surrendered, and certainly Paramatma will guide you in every way, and he will help you in every way. That in 18th chapter we'll see that when somebody is completely surrendered, then he will completely guide. But there is something higher than even that. That is a secret, and there is a higher secret than that. That is one who is staying as a pure devotee. Whatever he does, he doesn't get entangled. That is even higher. You can do whatever you want. That is topmost pure devotee, and Krishna will make it right. If you do wrong, he'll make it right. And you can just live according to your own whims and fancies as a pure devotee. That is the very, very topmost secret which is revealed to Arjuna. Do anything you want because you are my devotee. That is in 18th chapter, we'll see. But gradually we need to move. Is that all right, Jayalakshmi?
Yes, Mataji.
So perform your devotion with great affection for Krishna. We know the science, get to know the science, get to know everything, but don't exploit it. Just leave it as it is and preach and teach to others. And sometimes you'll see reciprocation, just smile and handle it with happiness. Oh, how nicely he is performing pastime with me. Like that, and that's all, and proceed with your affection for and devotion for Krishna. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. There are no more questions or comments. If you have any, you park it to tomorrow or ask it tomorrow, or you can post it to the group or privately to me. Otherwise, we are winding up now. It's late. You have to get up early to chant your rounds. Thank you very much. Let us offer our loving, respectful obeisances to all the Acharyas and Acharya Parampara and all the pure devotees who are currently there, who was there, always there with the Supreme Lord's lotus feet. Okay, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha,
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Vrind ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
Gaurav Premanande.
Hari Hari.